What's going on YouTube? Today's video, basically doing a Wolverine sketch. The main reason for this sketch, I was working on a different drawing digitally, and when I was recording and editing the video, that video was showing some glitches. So I'm kind of new to the recording the screen and editing that video, so I decided, well, I'll do a different drawing, and so I'm doing Jim Lee's Wolverine, using a different video editing app, and I figured out that was the main issue, because after a couple of postings of this drawing, there weren't any glitches. So the other editing app that I used, I'm probably going to stop using it, and that app is Adobe Rush. I've just had issues with that app, and just having it glitch on me like it did. I'm not going to use it anymore. So I have a few other editing apps that I like, but onto this drawing, I'm still learning, teaching myself how to do things, but like using the lasso to create some shapes when I'm doing the blacks. The lasso tool is very helpful, and it does help fill in some areas a lot faster than just trying to use the paint bucket by itself, or just coloring it in with the brush tool. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm doing right now, is just doing a lot of the blacks, a lot of the different hatchings. This is not going to look exactly like the Jim Lee Wolverine, because I still have some parts of it that is kind of more of how I do my drawings. But again, with digital drawing, this is kind of still relatively new, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out what works for me and what feels, I don't know, quote unquote normal. But yeah, just still filling in with some of the hatchings. Soon I will be getting ready for color, but I think first I need to work on the claws. So that's what I think I'm about ready to do here yet. Still, figuring using the brush tool and holding down shift and just kind of clicking or pointing where I want the line to go helps give me the straighter lines. But the last claw on the right needed a little bit of adjustment. But once I got this down, I felt, pretty confident in getting those claws drawn in. It just took a few tries trying to get the look that I was happy with. But yeah, see, I'm just adjusting that one right claw. And, when I was doing it, my other hand actually touched a different layer, and I was moving that, and I didn't realize it until a little bit later that I had the wrong layer selected. So that's one of the things that you want to do if you are just learning to do digital art. Make sure you're on the right layer, because if you are on the wrong layer and do a lot of work, you wasted a bunch of time trying to go back and fix that mistake. But right now, yeah, I was just adding the color to the claws, and now I'm using the lasso tool to outline Wolverine. And just adding a color, getting ready to just add the yellows, blues, and skin tones. And I had to think of what color should be on the bottom and then what will be on the top. And usually that blue one would be the last one, would be on the top. The skin color, the skin tones, should be on the bottom. But I think at this point, I'm still adding in some of the colors using the lasso tool. The lasso tool definitely helps. Now I'm getting ready to add in the different values. I'm using the dodge tool, lightening up the yellow and some of the skin tones and the blues. And if I'm going to add in any of the darker tones, for the blue and the skin tones, I would use the burn tool. But for the yellow, I use a brown instead, because in my opinion, using a brown to help darken in some of the yellows looks better than darkening the yellow, which kind of gives it an ugly yellow black color. It just doesn't look good to me. So using a brown, and I think it looks better. Now I'm using the burn tool to darken some areas. Wolverine is definitely one of my favorite characters. I'm using some white to add some highlights, other than just using the dodge tool, and little shine for on the claw. Now I'm gonna add a color to the background. But like I said, Wolverine's my favorite character from Marvel. Hopefully you enjoyed this little sketch. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it.